So it turns out Deontay Wilder turned down $100 million for 3 fights, a 3 fight deal for $100 million with Dazn, and that would be on a streaming platform where he would be able to fight Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and a whole host of heavyweight fighters. And he got offered $100 million, man. $100 million for 3 fights, which would be 33 million for each fight if you divide it by three. So why would he not take that deal? I don't understand, because if I look at his stats, he made $2.5 million against Luis Ortiz. Now let's do the research. Let's see how much Deontay Wilder made against. Let's see how much he made against Tyson Fury. So as you can see right here, Deontay Wilder made $4 million against Tyson Fury for the fight. If you don't take into account, let me see. This money for their handle. So yeah, so $4 million guaranteed against Tyson Fury. Now, if you compare that to Luis Ortiz, he made $2.5 million against Luis Ortiz. My bad, y'all. I'm kind of slow at typing, but let me see. He made a guaranteed purse of $2.1 million against Luis Ortiz. So basically, Deontay Wilder made $2.1 million against Luis Ortiz, $4 million against Tyson Fury, and the fight before Luis Ortiz, he probably made $1.5 million. So why in the hell would you turn down $100 million? I don't understand. Do you know how much money that is? $100 million for 3 fights, and he doesn't take the deal. Now, I would understand if you were making $20 million or $25 million and you weren't under a promoter. See, I think this is a power trip for Deontay Wilder. I think he just doesn't want to answer to Eddie Hearn, and that's okay. You know, you have a choice, right? You don't have to answer to Eddie Hearn at all. But let's look at that article real quick. Deontay Wilder, $100 million. Didn't take the fight. Didn't take the deal. Yeah, he re-upped the showtime, so he basically didn't take the deal. Yeah, he won't be joining the Dazn streaming platform and has instead re-upped the Showtime network, beginning with his Dominic Breazeale showdown on May 18th from inside Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So what that means is basically Deontay Wilder's a fool. He's an idiot. He didn't take the deal. $33 million. I mean, I guess he would get paid $20 million for the Breazeale fight, because that's not really a pay-per-view fight, and then he would fight someone like Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, and then for the first fight against Anthony Joshua, he'd probably get paid, well, let me see, $40 million, and then he would get paid $40 million for the rematch against Anthony Joshua, which is definitely more than he's made, 10 times more than he's made for his 10 times his highest payday, because he made $4 million against Tyson Fury, right? And that was his highest payday. So all in all, I think Deontay Wilder's not very smart when he guides himself through his career, because $100 million, that baffles me as to how a man can turn that down when you've made $4 million is your highest payday. But I guess he's going to be planning to defend his title against Vladimir Klitschko after he beats Dominic Breazeale. And that's according to Fight Sports, who indicate the Wilder-Klitschko pairing could take place later this year. Now, Steven Espinoza said, world heavyweight title fights belong in Showtime and not on a streaming platform with a limited audience. Showtime Sports and part-time weasel Steven Espinoza said at today's press conference. So, I mean, I think Steven Espinoza is probably thinking in his brain, like, this dude, Wilder, we got a good one here. We got a good one. We got an idiot. And we can manipulate him like a little bitch. And we can basically shortchange him throughout his entire career by basically comparing him to Floyd Mayweather and all these other great fighters. But the thing is, Steven Espinoza, Deontay Wilder is not fighting opponents of the caliber that you would expect in order for him to make the type of money Floyd was making. Now, Floyd was fighting Hall of Fame fighters, fighting Marcos Maidana, fighting Manny Pacquiao, fighting all these top elite fighters. But at Deontay Wilder's record, let's look at Deontay Wilder's record real quick. He's got 41 fights, 40 wins, 39 knockouts, and 1 draw. His opponents. The only notable opponent he has is Luis Ortiz. And Luis Ortiz was 50 years old. Tyson Fury, he lost to Tyson Fury. That's it. That's the only notable opponent he's fought. And the other fight where he fought Tyson Fury, he lost to Tyson Fury. So it's kind of interesting, but at the same time, like, I'm just thinking, like, how can you seriously sit there and compare him to Floyd Mayweather? Because Floyd Mayweather, he had gets $430 million. Damn, he's dating some hot women. 22-year-old reality star Yasmin Mendiga. But anyway, I'll look at that later after I do this video. But if you compare him to Floyd Mayweather and you contrast Deontay Wilder and Floyd Mayweather, you would see that Floyd Mayweather, if you don't include Conor McGregor and Andre Berto, he fought Hall of Fame fighters after Hall of Fame fighters. Manny Pacquiao, future Hall of Fame fighter. Marcos Maidana, possibly a future Hall of Fame fighter. Not really. Marcos Maidana is probably he's probably a solid B plus fighter. Canelo Alvarez, Hall of Fame fighter. Robert Guerrero was a 4-weight division world champion. Miguel Cotto, future Hall of Fame fighter. Victor Ortiz, not really anything special. Shane Mosley, future Hall of Fame fighter. Marcus, future Hall of Fame fighter. Oscar De La Hoya, Hall of Fame fighter. Zab Judah, Hall of Fame fighter. Arturo Gatti, Hall of Fame fighter. So, how many Hall of Fame fighters has Deontay Wilder fought? Nothing. And if Tyson Fury ends up becoming a Hall of Fame fighter, then he wouldn't even get credit for that fight because he lost. So that's all I was going to say for this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.